Hi, I am your anchor, Matheus Castanho Beltrami, and this is The News. On tonight's show, we will bring to you and your family everything you need to know on sports, culture, entertainment, news, and famous people. But let's start talking about a very old crime that I think everyone in this place knows about it. Suzanne von Richthofen is still arrested. Her request for freedom was denied once again, and she will probably be in jail for a long time, and that's what we hope. In 2002, she commanded her parents' assassination, and she was arrested then, with her ex-boyfriend and his brother. You can watch her entire story next year in the movies with the movie A Menina que Matou os Pais. And, you know, since we're talking about movies and this kind of stuff, let's go to Studio F with our reporter Isadora Bizello, who will talk something about a new show that I think you will enjoy very much. And also we have Bruno Damo talking about Evangelion, which is very popular in Japan, and I think it will break out in America soon. We also have Lucas Borgin talking about games, and Lorenzo Lari talking about Interstellar.
Alright, speaking of things that can mesmerize you and ruin your mind, or make you feel better, much better, as to speak. Back in 1995, this Japanese individual named Hideaki Anno, he was dealing with a lifelong depression given to his previous job directing a TV show called Nadia from the Blue Water, The Secret from the Blue Water. This is in 1995. Because of these 4 years that he spent in literal hell, mental hell, were the main inspiration of him to create a new show that is considered to be a revolutionary work of fiction. This series, which spawned over 26 episodes and a movie, was later in 2003. It started because of its success that it generated over the years. It has begun again, and now the man who created this series is a millionaire, which goes to show you that maybe at some point in your life you're going to feel very depressed, and you're going to have to deal with things that are beyond your power, and you're going to have to struggle with it. But once you do your best and you try hard to get it right and to move ahead, then the ending can be quite rewarding, and you thank yourself for doing such a thing, giving yourself a pat in the back, I guess.
Today, we're going to talk about indie video game development. There is no rule to define exactly what is an indie game, but it's usually a game that's made by only one person or a small group of people with no financial support from a big publisher. Some examples of well-known indie games are The Binding of Isaac and Super Meat Boy, created by Edmund Macmillan, and Castle Crashers, that was created by Tom Fulp, who was also the creator of Newgrounds, one of the most important sites for the indie game spreading in the world. Nowadays, the most efficient way to get your game in the market is via Steam Greenlight. Steam uses its platform for people to put in their games there, and users can vote if the game will get to be sold or not. Stay tuned for more news on entertainment.
Good evening, America. We are talking from Netflix Studios, and yesterday was released the second season of A Series of Unfortunate Events. It is based on the book series brought by Daniel Handler, and the story is about Violet Klaus and Sunny Butler that lost their parents in a fire, and after this they started to live with Count Olaf, a theater actor with an eye tattoo on his ankle that is always trying to steal their fortune. Starring Neil Patrick Harris as Count Olaf and Patrick Warburton as Lemony Snicket, It will cover 4 books of the Daniels collection. And still talking about entertainment, we are going to talk with Lorenzo.
Do you like to search about wormholes, black holes, and time travel? Interstellar is a movie for you because it tells a story about two people, Cooper and his daughter Murph. They managed to save humanity by finding the Nazi station and discovering that a wormhole was found near Saturn. And the movie is all about this, like science fiction. You're gonna love it because black holes will appear, and they're going to tell the story of how they managed to put a hypercube inside a black hole and how they managed to time travel and make all this happen. It's a very complicated movie to understand when you first watch it, but after the second watch and discovering and seeing what this movie is about, you're gonna love it. It's up to you, Mateus.
Oh my god, I didn't understand anything about this movie, but thank you for helping us to understand a little bit more, Lorenzo. Okay, now moving to this part, I want to call Arthur and Marco to talk about something.
Good evening, Mateus. I'm here at Beira Rio, and I will talk about Internacional, Sport Clube Internacional. The Sport Clube Internacional was founded with 3 brothers, Henrique Pope Leão, José Eduardo Pope, and Luiz Medea Pope. They arrived in Porto Alegre approximately around 1900. The mascot of the club is the Saci Pererê. The Sport Clube Internacional was founded in 1909, and 9 years later, Monteiro Lobato published your book, which name is The Saci Pererê. The figure of young black trickster who fools the opponents with dribbling and mischief was directly associated with the Inter. In 2016, Saci officially became the mascot of the club. The mainly soccer players of the club are Fernandão, Andres D'Alessandro, and Adriano Gabiru. Now let's talk to Marco.
Good evening, everyone. I'm in front of the Oracle Arena, the Golden State Warriors Arena. Tonight, the NBA is going to be very busy with the matches. The Golden State Warriors are going to face up the Sacramento Kings, one of the worst NBA teams in the league. This is probably a good another victory of the team. We also have the most popular team on the NBA, the Los Angeles Lakers, with the leadership of the superstar LeBron James, the best basketball player of nowadays. They're going to face up the Utah Jazz. This is not going to be an easy game for the Lakers, since the Utah Jazz is a very defensive team. The main game of tonight is the Milwaukee Bucks versus the San Antonio Spurs. Bucks fans are expecting a good game from their leader and star, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the best foreign player of today's league. He's known as the Greek Freak. The San Antonio Spurs is a very solid team, always competing for the championship as their leadership of their coach, Greg Popovich. As the others game, we have Minnesota Timberwolves versus Chicago Bulls, Dallas Mavericks versus Boston Celtics, Washington Wizards versus the Pelicans, and ending up the night, the Denver Nuggets versus Orlando Magic. Back to Mateus.
What? Is it from London? Is Bianca in London to talk about something? Is it Arctic Monkeys? Oh my god, we have to hear that. Please, to London.
We are here in London, and today Arctic Monkeys will perform their last album, Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino. The band is formed by Alex Turner, Matt Helders, James Cook, and Nick Manley. The last album is different from the others because Alex Turner wrote it in a perspective of a lounge eye character when he received as a 30th birthday a piano. If you're here in London, check it out the show.
Oh my god, Bianca, this is so much fun. I think you are having the time of your life in London. I wish I were there with you because then we'll have so much fun because, you know, Londons have more fun. And... what? Oh, we're going back to Europe. Now to France, where Giovanni Giovannini is there to talk about something in the Musée du Louvre. So Europe again.
So we are here today to talk about Da Vinci, one of the most important and intelligent painter in the world. So he stood out in painting, sculpture, scientific studies, and anatomy. So in painting, he created the sfumato, that is a artistic technique used to generate smooth tonal changes, and he used oil in his canvas, and he used it in his painting religion phases. So in sculpture, he used a perspective to model objects on two-dimensional and three-dimensional surface. In scientific studies, Da Vinci studied the phenomena, and he wrote all his studies in his notebook. In engineering and invention, he created musical instrument, hydraulic pump, and cannons. So you can find these inventions and paintings here in Louvre. Mateus.
Did your parents try to send you to rehab and you said no, no, no? Did he went back to her and you went back to black? If you understand what I'm talking about, you probably were alive last decade. And of course, I'm talking about Amy Winehouse. I'm here with Bruna to talk about her life. So let's talk about Amy.
So let's talk about Amy. Amy was a jazz legend, and her music inspired many people. She was born on September 14th in London in a Jewish family with musical tradition linked to jazz. She has been showing up for music since a very young age, but when she was 15, she composed her first songs and trying to help her family financially, singing in a small local jazz band. It was in 2003, after getting her first signing with a discography, that Amy was presented from the music scenario. Amy had two major albums released in her career. The first was Frank, who helped her win 4 music awards, and the album Back to Black, which made the singer world famous after a drastic change in her look, adopting a retro hairstyle, eye makeup, and daring clothes that inspire severe designers. Unfortunately, the singer became involved with drugs very early, and this problem worsened even more after a relationship that she had with a musical producer. The destructive relationship prevented Amy from proceeding normally with her career and released her third album. On July 23, 2011 was confirmed Amy Winehouse's death with only 27 years. The cause of the death was reported as accidental, resulted from abuse alcohol use after a period of abstinence. After the singer's death, her parents declared the intention to create a foundation to help young people in a treatment of drug addiction, which takes the name Amy Winehouse Foundation.
Oh my god, this is so interesting. Thanks for sharing Amy's story with us, Bruna. This was amazing. Thank you. And now I'm going to interview another person that you probably know. His name is Fabrizio Zanato, and he's going to talk about someone that is very important nowadays because he might be dead, but he created a legacy. I'm talking about, of course, Steve Jobs. Hi, Fabrizio.
So, Steve Jobs' life is American, who was born in San Francisco, California, and who founded the Apple, and the iPhone, the iPad, the iPod, and many other computers, who wasn't successful businessman.
Thanks, Fabrizio. Bye. So, to finish up this evening, I'm going to call someone who you must know, and she's going to talk about something that you must know. Let's go to Ana Mendes on the streets to talk about a car. Not only a car, but I think a philosophy of life. The Beetle, also known as Fusca.
With 21,529,464, the Beetle becomes known as the most manufactured car in the world. The production started in 1940 and it was used by Nazis. In Brazil, it arrived in 1950 when Brás Motors Company started importing him. In 1986, the production was interrupted, but in 1993, at the request of the president of the time, Itamar Franco, production was restarted. Unfortunately, in 1996, the production was interrupted, definitely in Brazil. Now, back to studio with Mateus.
So this was what we have for you tonight. Be sure to tune up tomorrow for more news and entertainment and everything that I said before. So I hope you enjoyed it. Bye!